All right. Uh, Defensive Intelligence Agency, United States of America, the Defensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Excellent Development Program, Excellent Acquisition Executive Excellence. The Offensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Excellent Development Program chart of the program objective. The purpose of the Defensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Excellent Development Program is to provide for infusion of new talent into acquisition career fields through internship programs, develop them into high-skilled acquisition professional functional acquisition career fields that support the Defensive Intelligence Agency mission. Administered by under the authority of the Office of Acquisition Executive Development Program, employees will be groomed to meet the existing and emerging requirements for knowledge and versatility. Acquisition personnel will fulfill the requirements of Department Directive 5000.52 and DoD Instruction 5000.66. For the establishment of internship programs, the acquisition program, intern programs for the acquisition personnel. The program will support the tenets of the acquisition excellence and growth of the acquisition workforce delineated by the Section 852 of the official year of 2008 National Defense Authorization Act. The government-wide focus on the growing of acquisition workforce. The stewardship of the acquisition excellence of this program will grow into the Defensive Intelligence Agency's acquisition professional of the future and will provide the Defensive Intelligence Agency with a cadre with a highly trained acquisition professional who proposes through the knowledge of the DAI acquisition requirements furtherly direct the support of the Secretary of Defense growth and strategy. The program provides highly qualified, talented, motivated individuals with the opportunity for personal professional growth within the Defensive Intelligence Agency acquisition community through the career of broadening and assignment training. The acquisition excellent development program aids the growth of new personnel and by helping developing and functional skills of business acumen, knowledge of the acquisition process, particular career field, ensure the continuity of the professional world-class acquisition workforce of the Defensive Intelligence Agency, providing opportunities to achieve functional expertise with the funding fields of contracting management, program management, information technology, system engineering, science and technology manager, logistics, and cost estimating. Interns acquiring broad experience, including a orientation of the DIA missions function to develop leadership skills and expected to be self-directed, mission-focused, customer-oriented, forward-thinking, motivated learning to lead and succeed. The success of the program is carrying out the objectives dependent on the four areas of emphasis: commitment to the intern's development through the challenging assignments, exposure to significant management issue, senior level personnel, mentoring and shadowing. Commitment and careful attention to training, formal on the job, and performance evaluation, feedback, and training initiative. Two, the introduction. The program is designed to provide acquisition interns with a broad understanding of the acquisition process, is more focused on understanding their specific career, including what entails and how it is carried out and how they interacts with the effects of the rest of the agency. All requirements are expected to complete within a 3-year period, although less time may be required based on the intern's experience. All right. The program combines external training and certificates with the DIA specific training as well as 2 or 3 rotational assignments. The program combines external training certification of the Defensive Intelligence Agency specifically on the training as well as 2-3 rotational assignments at the Defensive Intelligence Agency. At least one of the rotational assignments will be either the Chief Financial Executive Organization or specific directorate, specific office being supported, or a special office being supported. Since organization workload mission changes the number of the interns available for the assignment at any time given at all, the impacting on the assignment, the program must have considerable flexibility. The flexibility will allow the sequence and development activities to take place and vary somewhat in the individual rotational assignment to begin in any one of the major areas, but also constructed so the mission needs to be aggressively addressed and fulfilled. The program is structured to provide interns with capability, broad background, request knowledge that will prepare them, the graduates, to programs to certified Defensive Workforce Intelligence Agency, the Department of the Army Workforce Intelligence intelligence agency level 2 in the career field, the proper position to achieve level 3 certification. The reference to the Department of Director 5052, Defensive Acquisition Technology Logistic Workforce Education Training and Career Development Program, January 12, 2005. Defensive Acquisition Workforce Improvement Act, DAWIA. Public Law 110.510, 10 United States Code 1701 through 1764. 2008 National Defense Authorization Act, Public Law 110, Section 852, January 28, 2008. Defensive Intelligence Agency Instruction, DIA 1205.001, Student Loan Repayment, April 22, 2009. Attachment: the Defensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Excellence Development Program Welcome Letter, Welcome Handbook, Particular Agreement, Participation Agreement, Intern Quarterly, Mid-Year Performance Evaluation, Intern Professional Business Competency, Master Training Plan for the Defensive Intelligence Improvement Act, Certification Perform Objects, Handing Out the Contract Intern, Individual Development of Planning of the Contracting Intern. 5. The criteria for the entering the Defensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Development Program. Personnel must not be current Department of Defense employees. All personnel entering contract specialist engineering costing estimate must have a bachelor's certificate or BS or BA degree from the accredited university. 24-hour September. 24-hour semester hours from among the following academic disciplines: accounting, calculus, business, finance, law, contract purchasing, economics, industrial management, marketing, quantitative methods, organizational management, or through these the Defensive Acquisition Workforce Improvement Act. Requirements that cannot be waived must be met prior to the entering the program. C. Personnel will enter the program at an entry-level salary with a rolling starting date. Program participation must agree to dedicated to up to 3 years toward the completion of the program, plus an additional 3 years with the Defensive Intelligence Agency Directorate Special Office completion of the program. 6. The program length. In general, participation can accept the remaining of the program. Approximately 3 years is estimated that the graduation of the program is achieved through successful completion. Requirements: demonstrated knowledge, abilities learned through the program. If, however, the program requirements cannot be completed within 3 years of the time of the entry, Acquisition Excellence Program Manager may consider the other placement strategies for the individual. 7. The roles and responsibilities. The intern participates in all training development activities with the goal of becoming a fully independent acquisition professional. Intern responsibilities include attending formal and functional training, successful completion of all required training courses, successful performance and rotational assignment, attending the Department of Acquisition Workforce Initiative Act, Level 2 certification, functional acquisition career field upon meeting the certification requirements no later than the program completion, pursuing the professional development operations via the professional organization, completing the courses of higher education directly related to acquisition, other career job related training. The courses will serve to supplement on the job formal training of the intern will receive the program, which will provide with additional insight over the spectrum of the acquisition. Interns will receive the tuition payments of the course and will be expected to earn the passing grade. If an intern fails one of the courses, the intern must reimburse the DIA for the failure of the cost of the course. B. Mentors. The mentor is a full-face multiplier with successful acquisition excellence with foster of the rich learning environment for the intern. Each program participation will assign with the volunteer term mentor for the term of his or her program. The mentor is trusted with the confidence and advising, providing guidance, direction of the technical as well as non-technical topics of self-development, competency gap, relationship building, professionalism, agency policies, prepare to intern with evaluation, diplomacy, and professional communication, organizational resources, values, culture, etc. When the interns work closely with the team members to supervise on a daily basis, mentors help the development of the others' professional skills. Note that mentor is not limited to one of the individuals. It is responsible for all senior personnel to contribute with the growth, development, and the intern participants. All mentors will be expected to accomplish with the following: be a role module, be a role model, devote time and effort to the preparation of the job, teach, mentor, and guide, search out of the challenge, teach both technical and physiological aspects, meet a positive mental attitude, passing it along, be interns advocate of the management, be sensitive to the various demands and stresses on the intern, network on the mentors if possible, maintain open connection with the intern, the first line supervisor, provide input on the first line supervisor with performance ratings as required, see the supervisor assigned with the sponsor mentor as in coordinate with the senior leadership, conducts quarterly and mid-year performance evaluation, serves as an approval for the individual development plan created with the maintained with the EZHR, improves all training requests. The supervisors are responsible for working with the assignments, assessing the performance, providing timely feedback. An intern progress report must be completed with each of the intern member using an intern progress report card. Intern progress record. The supervisor also carefully selects and assigns a mentor with an individual office. D. The Acquisition Excellence Development Program Manager, AEP. AEPM, the AEPM, the Acquisition Excellent Development Program Manager, champion that provides the support of the program, aids in the intern's development. The Acquisition Excellence Development Program Manager provides the guidance for the Department of Defense Intelligence Agency. Senior leadership managers of all requiring pertinent to the internship may take a recommendation to change the improvements of the program leadership, and furthermore, the Acquisition Excellent Development Program acts as administrator. Overall program coordinates with the following: aids the intern in understanding the fulfilling Defensive Acquisition Workforce Improvement Act, the requirements, presents, supports senior leadership goals for the Acquisition Excellence Development Program, coordinates recruitment, outreach, and program charter procedures, assignments, and train plans, coordinates rotating assignments and keep program records, keep the intern records, including personal actions and performance ratings. Deputy Acquisition Executive, or the VAE. The Deputy Acquisition Executive is the executive sponsor of the Acquisition Development Program. The Deputy Acquisition Executive is finally approving the authority for the program charter. Each intern will have the program entrance interview with the Deputy Acquisition Executive, which will provide an opportunity for the intern to receive executive level of the counsel on their career. Program training. Formal training. Interns occupy the acquisition position with the education and experience standards developed under the Department Acquisition Workforce Initiative Act. During the training period, interns required to meet the standards applicable to the functional area in which they receive the Department of Acquisition Workforce Intelligence Acquisition certification levels at level 1 and 2. See figures 1 and 2 below. Current certification requirements can be reviewed on the Defensive Acquisition University website, dau.mil. Attendance at any formal training is a critical part of the program and is mandatory. The first line supervisor is approving the official and formal training request. The first line supervisor must be agreed to the send the interns and schedule the mandatory training course. The Defensive Intelligence Agency quota manager grants reservations into the required courses, and all will ensure the placements to see attachment on 1A and 1E. On the job training and rotational assignments, the major portion of the internal experience comes from the actual performance of the functional on the job duties during the program. The rotational assignments are planned and designed to provide with challenging, comprehensive, hands-on learning experience directly related to achieving proficiency in the career field competencies. Rotational assignments are not to be used primarily or for filling manpower vacancies. During each of the rotation, the intern is expected to have the opportunity to participate in many types of the actions is available within each office. The intern will receive regular feedback on the performance during the assignment, may receive a final evaluation at the end of the first line supervisor, depending on the time of the most recent performance feedback session. The rotational schedule is developed in coordination with the Acquisition Executive and other Defensive Intelligence Agency directorates. Participation will be assigned to these 3 rotational assignments overall a period of approximately 3 years. Each rotational assignment is anticipated to be no shorter than 3 months in duration, but may be lengthened or shortened based on the mission requirements or the development needs of the individual. Any rotational assignment may be made permanent. 9. Career field fundamental knowledge areas. Defensive Intelligence Acquisition Development Program participation will fall in with the following acquisition career fields: contracting, cost estimating, information technology, life cycle logistics, project program management, system planning, research development, engineering, system engineering, science, technological manager. Interns must achieve the primary care of the field of that certification. Then they are assigned to the care of the field. The Undersecretary of the Defense of Acquisition Technology Logistics has approved the core certification standards contained with the DAU catalog is prescribed in the Defense of Acquisition Workforce Improvement Act, or DAWIA. 10 interns will be familiar with proficient in the following areas: Defensive Intelligence Agency mission values. Participation should understand the Defensive Intelligence Agency organization, mission, function of the directorates, and the customers to which he or she is assigned. Participation should become familiar with Defensive Intelligence Agency core values. Interns will understand the following: transformation, change, business advisor role, oral, written communication, development of business relationship with multiple level personnel within, without, and outside of the Defensive Intelligence Agency, development and deliver briefings, process improvement, self-professional development, leadership coaching, mentoring, dual authority, Defensive Intelligence Agency. 11, performance progression, performance evaluation. The performance evaluation is a process used to measure the internal performance and training progress. Evaluations provide the management with the information upon the making, which makes the decisions such as training, incentives, reassignment, promotions, retentions, additional training and experience requirements, removal from the program. B, the performance checks during each annual performance cycle. The program participation will receive a performance plan that includes the critical performance elements tailored to the pay band, or GEGE. The participation consistent with the other personnel at the similar pay bands. GGES, similar job roles. Mid-year evaluation will be performed with the two-track progress against goals. The final evaluation will be performed at the end of the performance cycle. All Defensive Intelligence Agency interns are evaluated in accordance with the prevailing guidance set forth under the Defensive Intelligence Agency with the same annual performance cycle as non-participation. Participation in intern programs remain in the training status that throughout the program. Therefore, more frequently, assessment of their performance is required. An intern progress record appendix A must be completed with each performance evaluation. The suggested evaluation interns quarterly during the first year, every 6 months during the years 2 and 3. The actual review of this interns will vary based on the intern's pay band. Will enter the program. Entering the program, a supplemental performance assessment is required at the end of each rotational assignment. However, if the intern progress record was recently completed, the first line supervisor may waive this requirement. C, an intern progress record. Each progress record should discuss the assignment given and the level of difficulty, the strengths and weaknesses, areas needed for the emphasize the improvement. Each progress record should be discussed with the intern used in developing mid-year performance evaluation and the annual performance appraisal. The intern should be recognized for the job well done and counseled with the performance needs to be improved, providing with the feedback to the interns concerning with their strengths, weakness, and critical as this assists with the shaping and their development. It is essential that each of the progress reports appraisals show the intern's true ratings and completed on the time. D, the marginal unsatisfactory performance ratings. An intern receives a marginal rating that means that the intern must improve his or her performance in one or more major elements. The interns with marginal performance rating and they receive a salary increase upon the deficiency that caused the marginal rate is corrected. If the deficiency cannot be corrected by the time of the next appraisal, if the intern may be removed from the program. A rating with a performance that fails to meet the standards of the one or more elements of the elements is unsatisfactory. Unsatisfactory performance may be documented. However, it does not have to be supported by a semi-annual appraisal before the corrective action separation procedure begins. The supervisor must consult with the Deputy Acquisition Excellence for guidance for the marginal unsatisfactory performance appraisals are considered. E, a promotion. Interns will be recommended for promotion based on verification that all criteria for the promotion has been met. 1. The process. The Acquisition Development Program is designed to provide promotionals with the pay band. 2. The 6-month intervals with the correspondence to the GG promotions, the GGE 7, the GGE 8 for the 6-month marking, and the GGE 8 and GE 8 and GE 9 at the 1-year mark, with similar promotions for the program, so that the intern completes with the program that they will be moved and will be moved and non-competitive into the pay band GGE 12 journeyman position. Once interns achieve the pay band 3, the GGE 12 grade will no longer be able for promotions with the Acquisition Excellence Development Program and must complete with the agency established competitive promotion process. Further promotions. Note that the intern stated the date of the intern comes on the board with the defense board on the program at the Defensive Intelligence Agency. Eligibility must receive a minimum objectives on the performance appraisal, evidence of registration and successful completion of the higher level education associated with the training and acquisition related courses and study in accordance with 7A of this charter. Successful progress towards and completion of the Department's Defensive Acquisition Workforce Initiative Act. Level 1, 2, Level 2 certification requirements, evidence progress towards the accumulation of 40 hours of continuous learning units for each of the fiscal year in accordance with the Defensive Acquisition Workforce Improvement Act. Shows successful progress towards the program milestones. EIA midway of the program have met with the mid-program milestones. 3. The awards interns who make the understanding of the contribution during their rotational assignment may receive cash awards, time off awards, non-monetary awards, etc. 12. The release of the program subject to the terms of his or her previously executed agreement, and an intern may be released from the program on either voluntary or involuntary basis. Voluntary request for the release or voluntary request for the release is initiated by the intern may be submitted at any time during the internship. Such requests, however, will be granted only in the unusual circumstances. The request should be submitted with the acquisition excellence program manager and the deputy acquisition executive, who will receive and make a final decision. If the request is approved, the intern may be assigned to another defensive intelligence agency position released with the defensive intelligence agency employment. The following rules apply to those interns permitted with the withdrawal from the program. The interns will remain within the agency, will not have the reinstatement rights of the intern progress. 2. Interns who resign from the agency or are subsequently reemployed may not have reinstatement rights into the intern program to be reviewed on a case-to-case basis. 3. Interns who leave the agency under the military separation will have the reinstatement rights upon re-entry, return from active duty. Involuntary request for release. Involuntary request for release may be initiated with an intern supervisor, acquisition program manager, the deputy acquisition executive for the following of the related reasons. 2. The failures of withdrawals from any of the single course of the combination of the courses required by the program. A performance appraisal of less than meets objectives under the performance evaluation system. Delinquency is meeting the program milestones, willfully and falsification of information relating to education experience, other credentials. In addition, with the military matter will be referred to as the Office of the Inspector General, Office of the Employee Relations, and 5. Misconduct. 13. Requirements of an intern program completion. Upon the completion of the program, the intern will be able to demonstrate an understanding of the proficiency and the skills determined by the current supervisor. In addition, with the following requirements must be met. The participation must be certified in the Defensive Acquisition Workforce Initiative Act. Level 2. Participation must have at least successful rating on all critical performance elements during the most recently completed performance cycle. Through C. Performance participation must have a positive recommendation for the program completion for the most recent operational supervisor. Participation must have successfully completed all rotational assignments. Exit the interview with the deputy acquisition executive. Process participation may submit the request of the graduate from the program when they have met the criteria set forth herein. Requests will be written and should be included a copy of the Defensive Acquisition Workforce Initiative Act Level 2 certificate, a copy of the most recent performance evaluation, and top page narrative summarizing the acquisition excellence development program experience, including each rotational assignment and the supervisor to whom they reported within each assignment. Assign endorsement statement with the most recent supervisor reflecting the positive recommendation, graduation, and termination with the candidate is warrantable. Requests shall be submitted with the deputy acquisition executive or the first line supervisor acquisition program manager. Upon approval, the deputy acquisition executive certification completion will be issued to the graduate. 14. Program completion. Upon completion of the program, participation may include the preferences, permanent placement with the Defensive Intelligence Agency. Consider the participation preference in the program. Graduate may be rotated with the permanent billet to another office or will remain in place. Placement recommendations are made by the supervisor, deputy acquisition executive. 15. Limitations. This program provides an excellent opportunity for the personal and professional growth and acquisition professional. The rotational assignment provided with the knowledge, roles, responsibility, customer, and within Defensive Acquisition Agency Director, Special Offices training on both of the on-job classroom participation and other special projects provided with the fundamental skills as with the broader exposure of the defensive intelligence acquisition as a whole. Over the participation in the program by itself is not guaranteed for the further promotions or other increase in compensation. There's no guarantee the prior placement of the Defensive Acquisition Workforce Improvement Act's course. There's no promise for the participation placement in this particular division after successful completion of the program. Each participation experience will vary. Approved Department of Deputy Acquisition Executive, Defensive Intelligence Acquisition Executive. Alright, Continuing, Office of Intelligence Acquisition with the Defensive Intelligence Agency. Welcome to the Department of Defensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Development Program. You are embarking on an exciting career with the acquisition professional of the Defensive Intelligence Agency. You have joined the organization noted for its commitment to the excellence, highly educated, motivated, dedicated workforce to support the wide range of acquisition activities. The Defensive Intelligence Agency, as one of the selected groups of the individual handpicked from the Defensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Development Program, you will be trained in the acquisition functional area expertise groomed to take on the future challenges and responsibilities as in your role in your career. Acquisition professional at the Defensive Intelligence Agency strive to provide outstanding support to their customers or work and enables them to improve mission capabilities. Performance acquisition professionals serve in the varied capacities. We will become a critical link between the end user and the defensive contractors in the acquisition lifecycle. The worker and the acquisition professional directly supports decision advantage and other our shared national security goals. The acquisition excellence vision is continuous improvement resulting of the reputation of the world-class acquisition. Our means in enabling the defensive intelligence through the acquisition excellence, what an exciting mission. From first day, you will be reported on board. You will experience a new and dynamic work environment. You will soon be exposed to many new concepts and ideas that may seem foreign at you at first. You may quickly grow more comfortable as you gain knowledge. You will learn many facets of the job, and through the formal on-the-job training, receive invaluable hands-on experience from peers, supervisors, mentors alike. In the next few years will be time filled with great opportunity, professional growth. Our excellence development program manager will soon contact you to discuss your future of the defensive intelligence acquisition intern, potential ways that you may jumpstart your internship while waiting for your personal actions to process. And I invite you to take a moment to read the attached acquisition excellence work welcome page. Provides a snapshot where we fit in the defensive enterprise, along with some acquisition career fields with the general information to get you started. Congratulations on your selection as part of the Defensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Development Program. I look forward to greeting you upon the arrival and personally welcoming you to the Acquisition Excellence Team. Mark J. Bograt, Acquisition Executive. This continues the Department of Defense Acquisition Welcome Handbook. Department of Defense, with our military unit tracing with the roots of the pre-revolution times. You might say that we are the America's oldest company, and if you look to in business terms, maybe we said that we are not only America's largest company, but its busiest and most successful. There's no other company in the world that can take a group of new employees from the very wide variety of backgrounds in a relatively short amount of time and make them part of the cohesive, organized, productive work team. They will be well-trained, highly motivated, well-educated. The Department of Defense is the nation's largest employer with 1.4 million people working on an active duty 654,000 civilians, included with 127 acquisition professionals and another 1.2 volunteers serving the guards and the reserves. Whether on land or at sea, no other company can rematch our size. The Defensive Department manages comprehensive inventory and installation facilities. The department physically plans consistent of more than 600,000 individual buildings and structures located in more than 6,000 different sites and amounting to over 30 million acres of land. Today we have employees located in more than 146 countries and some 473,881 troops and civilians and overseas, both afloat and ashore. We operate in every time zone and climate. Organization of the Department of Defense main elements: military service, Air Force, Army, Marine Corps, Navy, non-military Department of Defense component agency, fourth estate, the Department of Defense field activities, Department of the Secretary of Defense, Inspector General, Joint Chief of Staff, Office of Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Defense, Unified Combat Commandants. Excerpt taken from the Department of Defense 101 Introduction Overview of the Department of Defense. The Defensive Intelligence Agency vision. DIA mission is to provide with a timely, objective, cogent military intelligence to the warfare, to defense planners, defensive national security policy makers, in support of the national security and defense mission. To integrate highly skilled and intelligent professionals with leading-edge technology to discover information, creating the knowledge that provides warning, identifies the opportunities, deliver the overwhelming advantage of the warfighters, defenders, defense planners, defense and national policies. The Defensive Intelligence Agency's commitment to the national is to prevail with the global war on terrorism, to prevent, countering the spread unbridled weapons of mass destruction, bolster of the growth of democracy, anticipate development and strategic concerns with the opportunity, the request of the collective effort to achieve this. Defensive intelligence agencies is committed to transforming individual capabilities into a cohesive, integrated defensive intelligence enterprise. Defensive intelligence agency meets the challenges imparted by focusing on the recruitment, development, and retention of the diverse, resulted-oriented intelligent workforce to ensure the rights and skills and competencies are in place. These people are that constitute the defensive intelligence workforce are the most valuable resources. In the light of this, defensive intelligence agency depends on the combined skills of its workforce to achieve the defensive intelligence agency mission with the excellence. Every member of the defensive intelligence agency workforce must have equal opportunity to excel with their careers through the learning and performance improvement, mentoring, and assess engaging work opportunities. Result focused on the workforce possessing the diverse global perspectives and the broad range of skills and capabilities required to respond with the threats of the 21st century. The Defensive Intelligence Agency releases on the application a timely, effective complaint and acquisition practice to ensure the low flow of the goods and services necessary to complete with the Defensive Intelligence Agency mission. Effective acquisition program management practices and oversight ensures the Defensive Intelligence Agency secures the latest technology capabilities to support strategic initiatives. The support of the Defensive Intelligence Agency strategic goal enhancing acquisition planning of the contracting over using a portfolio approach to support the program management and contracted related workforce oversight. Steps taken from the Defensive Intelligence Strategic Plan 2007 through 2012. The Office of Acquisition Executive vision. Our vision is continuous improvement, resulting in reputation of the world-class acquisition mission, enabling Defense Intelligence Agency through the acquisition excellence. Acquisition of the Defensive Intelligence Agency. The acquisition of the Defensive Intelligence Agency, multi-billion-dollar business dedicated to providing decision advantages, support of the defensive national security mission. The Defensive Intelligence Agency to provide the intelligence that protects U.S. interests at the home and around the globe. The Office of Acquisition Executive has the oversight of the Defensive Intelligence Acquisition workforce. The work of the acquisition professionals make a difference in their lives and the other to protect the defendant. Our freedom contributes to mission success. Acquisition professionals are found in the distinct acquisition career fields that support functional areas of expertise, working wide with a variety of activities throughout the support of the warfighter needs. Acquisition excellent executives believe that our Defensive Intelligence Acquisition Development Program will ensure the continuity of the professional world-class acquisition workforce. We will strive to foster the learning environment that encourages professional development, and our program will provide the Defensive Intelligence Agency with a highly qualified, talented, motivated individual, provided with these individuals with the opportunity for accelerated promotions, career broadening assignments, and specified training. And our acquisitions executives understand that we are a growing future for leaders, and or interns will have the opportunity to learn about the leadership taking on various leadership roles. Interns will attend monthly meetings with the seniors in the organization and have they apply with the opportunity to discuss leadership, the broad scope of the activities they perform. The Defensive Intelligence Agency offered to the intern both to the changing the rewarding opportunities, effective functional expertise, acquiring broadening experience, and developing leadership skills that will enhance the intern's ability to be competitive at various stages throughout the exciting career. Acquisition career field overview. Defensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Excellence Development Program will place the interns in the following acquisition career fields that most represented by the Defensive Intelligence Agency: contracting, system planning, research and development, engineering, costing assessment, estimating life cycle, logistics, and program management. For the contracting and the intern of the Defensive Intelligence Agency, Defensive Intelligence Agency contracting professional possessing outstanding qualifications, business acumen, and the leadership management skills required to ensure the mission success by crafting innovative business agreements. Contracting professionals ensuring the continuous improvement of the defensive intelligence procurement process and techniques of the obtained goods and services. The contracting the professional defensive intelligence agency has a full scope of the duties that include the procurement of the supplies and services through the formal advertising, negotiation procedures, evaluation of the contract price proposal, administrative and termination and closeout of the contract. The work requires the knowledge and legislation, regulations, method of the use in contracting, knowledge of the business industry that participate in supplies of the source of supply, cost factors, requirements of the acquisition career fields require a bachelor degree in any academic discipline, at least 24 hours of accounting and law and business financing, current tracks, purchasing, economic, industrial management, marketing, quantitative methods, and organizational management. For engineering intern of the DIA, the primary duties for the function of the systems planning, research development, and engineering, or SPRD E, which include the acquisition career field, the categories of program, system engineering, science, technology, and manager are typical accomplished by scientists engineering who directly supported the acquisition program projects activities. Individual acquisition career field with the performing duties which require the ability to plan, organize, monitor, overseas, and or perform engineering activities that relate to the design and development, fabrication, installation, modification, analysis of the system components. Of the duties may require the identification, establishment, organization, implementation of the acquisition engineering objectives and policies, establishing of specifications. This acquisition career field requires a baccalaureate degree in engineering discipline. For the cost of this interning at the DIA, the individuals in the acquisition career field of the business cost estimating relating to the process of life cost as estimating with the context of material system acquisition. Some of the tasks performed by the cost estimator includes defining the scope of the estimating, preparing the life of the cost cycle costs, developing the cost estimating analysis techniques, conducting the cost research, normalized, collected, performing the regression analysis, analyzing schedules, applying basic knowledge of the statistics, engineering, financial learning curve, and the rate of theory, the conducting result, risk and analysis. The more acquisition career fields that requires the baccalaureate degree in any of the field, 3 semester hours of calculus, and 24 semester hours of any combination of the following fields of the study: operations, research, economics, mathematics, chemistry, physics, other sciences, where utilization, advanced mathematics and geometry, trigonometry, statistics, probability, and quantitative analysis. For the life cycle logistics intern of the Defense Intelligence Agency, individuals' acquisition career field of the life cycle logistics are involved with identification activities involved with the providing logistics support, and that include the integration of the actions required for each activity in a comprehensive logistics plan, the monitoring of the progress and meeting with the plan requirements, the adjustment of the logistics plan schedule for the related actions coordinated with the efforts of the to effect the plan. This includes determining the requirements of funds, manpower, facilities, equipment, transportation, communications, training, supplies, and support services, designing and developing procurement, production, storage, maintenance, utilization, sustainment, disposal, supplies, and equipment. Logistics may also be involved with the acquisition of required support services such as transportation, communication, acquisition, training of the personnel, and international program support. For the program management intern of the Defensive Intelligence Agency, individuals with the acquisition career field of the program management perform duties including acquisition planning, strategy development, and creating clearly stated and actionable requirement packages, assessing risks, technical costs and schedules, contracting, tracking, performance evaluation, understanding the Defense Intelligence Agency business process fundamentals, enterprise integration, outcome-based performance management, and must and structures incentive with the undesired outcomes before service contracts, prepare plans for the mitigation risk, and provide contract tracking, also provide oversights coordinated with the Defensive Intelligence Agency contracting officer, ensuring opportunities for the social, economic, business concerns of the program manager provided with the investment management as it implies with the acquisition community project program offices and system under development. The program manager coordinates life cycles activities of the stakeholders on the program, project, and acquisition activities. Other information of the Department of Defense acquisition intern, the Defensive Intelligence Agency acquisition intern enters the federal services at least full-time. The Defensive Intelligence Agency civilian employee earns a competitive salary eligible for all benefits offered to the federal workforce. Acquisition interns will receive a salary increase every 6 months upon recommendation by their service supervisor until targeted pay band is reached. Until the successful program completion, interns who have successfully completed with the program will be offered a permanent placement in the position in their acquisition career field of the Department of Defense Intelligence Agency. The Defensive Intelligence Agency acquisition interns are provided with the incredible opportunity to further their professional careers with a continuous learning environment, structured help and training help that strengthens capability professionalism through the Department of Defense Common Training education development standard, facilitating career mobility so that the resources may be easily applied when they are needed the most. The training schedule is robust, flexible, and develops some fundamental skills, knowledge that they are necessary throughout your career. Successful completion of the program prepares the interns for rewarding the careers with the Department of Defense Intelligence Acquisition with opportunities for advancement. These are required for the certifications that interns will achieve through formal instruction on the job training that gives them real-time hands-on experience, rotational opportunities that promote expanded professional development, and informal training that keeps the intern current on a wide variety of topics. Formal instruction consists of acquisition courses mandated by the Defensive Acquisition Workforce Improvement Act. Certification training consists of a series of courses that meet the certification standards of the unique position. The training standards are provided with the intern with a solid background in a functional acquisition career field that required with the credential of the Defensive Acquisition Workforce and Initiative Act. On-the-job training provides with the practical application of the knowledge and gained with the formal instruction interns of the hone the skills and process required with the acquisition professional through the sequential exposure to the variety of scenarios. Intern work with the team and environments preparing for the full integration at the journeyman level at the program completion. Cross-training requires interns to rotate 3 rotational assignments that support the different customers. All rotation provided with the exceptional opportunity to meeting people, building relationships, gaining a holistic understanding of the Department of Defense Intelligence Agency mission categories and environment. Informal in-housing and training provided with the basic information of the everyday process. Informal is created with the organization customized to meet the needs of the mission. Informal training is accomplished with the step 1 with the on-the-job training mentor and sponsors. He is assigned to each of the intern for the duration of the internship with the mentor and sponsor. Promotes the knowledge exchange the facilities with the professional growth of the intern. The mentor sponsors listen, offers encouragement, provides and guidance and shares of knowledge, experience, and helps the intern to reach their professional goals and serves as the role model. Shadowing also allows the intern to do the opportunity to learn about the day of the defensive intelligence senior leader. It also interns with the opportunity to explore the main role and responsibility of the defensive intelligence agency. It also allows defensive intelligence agency senior leaders to provide with the linkage to the intern's role hierarchical and concern, thus providing the internship with a broad perspective of the agency, the mission, and whether the intern wishes to ultimately aspire in the future career. Interns are responsible for, but not limited to, the following: embracing the code of ethics of the government service Department of Defense 5500.7R, knowledge, understanding, the embracing the Department of Defense and acquisition excellence, organization, vision, and mission, and core values, being active acquisition professional team and member, actively participating in career development and management, sharing knowledge with the coworkers, other interns gained with the schooling and unique project rotational assignments, completing all required training in relationship with the program standards, meeting the performance standards. Before you arrive at the Department of Defense Intelligence Agency, you will be assigned with the mentor sponsor who will greet you upon your arrival, assist with the transition of the Department of Defense and Intelligence Agency upon the arrival with the acquisition excellence. You will be assigned to the division team within the organization. You will have also an acquisition excellence development program coordinator to whom you may return to the program guidance. The acquisition program development program coordinator will function as a central point of contact for the duration of the program throughout your internship. You will also have the support of the supervisors who monitor your professional growth and job performance, serve as your first level rater record. Successful program completion requires the intern to complete all rotational assignments with achieve the Department of Defense Workforce Initiative Act certification level 2 proficiency as the assigned acquisition career field resource, successful performance evaluation throughout the internship, submit a paper of the intern experience while at the Department of Defense Intelligence Agency. In summary, acquisition excellence hopes that the given of the use sight of the into the what expect aspects of the participation in defensive intelligence acquisition development program. The acquisition excellence team is excited that you have chosen to work with the Department of Defense Intelligence Acquisition, building a rewarding career in the defensive acquisition. We look forward to ensure that the next 36 months provided with you with regarding experience prepare you to assume greater challenges and support with the intelligence agency mission at the Department of Defense Intelligence Agency. The participation agreement. I understand that I have been selected to participate in the Defensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Development Program, hereinafter called the program. The intention with the program contingent with the satisfactory progress through all the program segments. The higher level of the education, coursework, training, the opportunities, technical training, that rotational assignment, the definition, Acquisition Workforce Improvement Act, the certification. I understand that the program will consist of specific classroom courses, classrooms, computer-based training, and on-the-job training assessment in approximately 36 months in length, and it will be required to pass. Each of the courses will receive the schedule of evaluations on many of the progress in accordance with the teams of the Defensive Intelligence Agency Acquisition Excellence Development Program Charter. I understand that the length of the program may vary because of unforeseen for contingencies, illnesses, emergency leave modifications of course. I understand that I will be eligible for the monetary awards based on an untimely acquisition skills in my functional acquisition area, successful completion of the training. I understand that following completion of the program 1 I will be assigned to the position with the Department of Defense Intelligence Agency that has been needed for my acquisition area of expertise. I understand that I am eligible to apply with the vacancy under the competitive selection program for the duration of my participation in the program until the fulfillment of the subsequent 3-year post-acquisition development program service obligation after successful completion of the program participation agreement. I understand that my acceptance in the acquisition excellence development program is contingent upon my signature of this program participation agreement. The agreement summarizes the requirements of the program and the post-program services agreement. The consequences, I understand the possible consequences are described in the program charter. In the event with the involuntary request for the release of the program is recommended with approved services of obligation as consequence of the training investment made by the Department of Defense. I understand that I am obligated to a total of 3 years of service with the Department of Defense Intelligence Agency upon completion of the 3-year acquisition excellence development program in my acquisition functional area that before I may be eligible for any other position with the Department of Defense Intelligence Agency. I understand this agreement in addition with the unusual context of employment of the Defense Intelligence Agency exception to this agreement. The acquisition excellence development program policy may be made based on the change of the agency mission technology developments and such that I might be authorized to reassign the Defense Intelligence Agency otherwise restricted by this agreement, name, signature, employee, and certifying official organization. Here's your mid-year evaluation, establishment, professional business competencies, performance, objectives, names, title, band, direct band, pay band, progress, assessment from and to, comment, yes or no's, and supervisor review, supervisor date, supervisor signature, review, date, intern, signature, date, and time, professional business competencies, intern, supervisor name, division, date, professional business company comments on the intern's performance above, on track, or below. Continued. Also continued. Alright, master training plan for the Department of Defense Intelligence Agency, Acquisition 101, master training plan. An individual development plan for contracting intern. The Department of Individual Development Plan policies the comprehensive plan which outlines the core competency internship posed and by the time they reach the program or completion the path necessary in order to attain them. The intern is required to take a mandatory defensive acquisition university course required with the certification levels 1 and 2 as well as additional courses on the job. The contracting intern, the individual development plan will develop jointly by the intern supervisors will be reviewed. Acquisition excellence development program manager and the individual development program will include the Department of Intelligence Agency's tomorrow intelligent professional courses. Responsibility of the Department of Defense for acquisition executive will 1. Monitor the management training and the performance of the interns, monitor the selection of the interns, the qualifications, high potential, successfully completed the training program, review and concern performance standards of the interns. The supervisor will actively work with the intern to develop the individual development program for the intern using the Defensive Intelligence Agency acquisition intern welcome handbook along with the attached framework as guided, developing the intern performance standards, approving the individual training plan for the interns, working for the intern to identify the assigning of the mentor, prescribing the acquisition and excellent development program chart, evaluating intern performance counseling on the quality of performance on the career, appraisals and semi-annual evaluation, consult with mentors of intern and not progressing satisfactory. The intern will participate in fully activities assignments prescribed in the individual development plan, strive for the high level of workforce performance, successfully meet the requirements, completing with all training courses provided with the certificates and certifications required by the Army AEDP, comply with the terms of the intern employment agreement. Evaluation supervisor will prepare mid-year evaluation. Department of Acquisition executives will review the intern mid-year evaluation, provided with the additional comments and appropriate comments for the intern concerned with the training received, including the evaluation. A copy of the completed evaluation forwarded by the AEDPM. The individual plan for framework year 1, the DIA training gateway tip, the diversity training, equal opportunity training, contract management system training, other DIA required courses, the DAU acquisition 101, Con 100, Con 110, Con 111, Con 112, on the job training, acquisition planning, customer business analysis, strategic plan, marketing, research, requisition, procurement, request, requirement, analysis, identification, possible sources, limiting competition, social economics requirements, method of the acquisition pricing arrangements. contracting formation, publicizing proposed acquisition, subcontracting requirements, solicitation, preparation, amendments, cancellation, solicitation, pre-quote, pre-bid, pre-proposal, conferences, receive bid, exception periods, late bids, mistaken periods, responsive, recite of quotes and proposals, evaluation, non-price of the factors, valuation, proposal prices, price reasonable, contract administration plans, post-award orientation, subcontracting, monitor management, contractor modifications, adjustments, options, task, delivery, order contracting, contract closeout, micro purchases, purchase card programs, simplified acquisition programs, FARs 8 and GSA scheduling, use of procedures, appropriation laws, Fed business opportunities, central contractor registration, Duns Bradstreet registration, past performance, information reporting system. Year 2, Department of Defense Intelligence Information Assurance Delivery, DAU Con 120, CLC 033, Con 090, Con 214, Con 215. On the job training, acquisition planning for the offer the evaluation factors, recurring requirements, up in price, contracts, method of payment, documentation of source and selection of contract for informations, inquiring Freedom of the Information Act, request pricing, analysis, price and information from the officer affairs, evaluation, other terms and conditions, award with the discussion, communications, establishing competitive ranges, negotiation strategy, conducting decision negotiations, responsibility, preparing awards, issuing an award related nation notices, debriefings and protests, contracting and administration, performance management, commercial, simplified acquisition remedies, documented past performance assignments of the claims and invoices, resolving disputes. Rotates in the Small Business Program Offices 2 months, Financial Executive on Comptroller Budget 3 months, and DD 4, and Special Office using being supported by the Division 2 months. Year 3, the Department of Intelligence Agency, Information Assurance and Diversity, Department of Defense Acquisition Training, Con 216, 217, 218, Acquisition 201A and 201B. On the job training, acquisition planning, contracting, financing, obtaining bonds, contracting formation, acquisition, accounting, estimating, system cost, accounting standards, auditing, and cost analysis, contracting, administrative secretaries, administrative financing terms, allowability, cost price, fees, adjustment, progress, payments, defective pricing, fraud, exclusion, collecting contractor debts, administrating special terms and conditions, determination. Also, rotations of acquisition policy, outreach division 3 months, and strategic enterprise acquisition 2 months. 4. Contracting intern management. Each of the intern will report to each of the branch chief, of the deputy division chief, the Virginia County Contract Activity, the VACA, will appoint the intern coordinator with will perform training functions such as providing central on-the-job training for the topic identified in paragraph 3 above, coordinated with various groups that can get outside the non-DAU type of the training for the interns, Duns and Bradstreet PPIRSs, coordinated with the Defense of Intelligence Agency Office on-the-job training of the relevant interns in security, financing, and accounting, etc., coordinated with the Department of Defense, 4. Special Office of the organization with the rotational assignment, the VACA, head contracting office, or the deputy of head contracting office will hold monthly meetings with the division chief, the deputy branch chief, the VACA, coordinate with the ADPM, discuss the progress of all interns training with the issue and concerned with the ideas. The VAC, HCA, DHC, and AEDP will hold quarterly meetings with all interns to discuss progress and training questions, concerns, and ideas. The VAC and HES, DCA, ADEPM will hold quarterly meetings with all interns to discuss progress, training, concerns and adjustment. Quarterly feedback will be given to the Defensive Acquisition Executive outlined in the guidance based upon the meetings held in the preceding paragraphs. Deputy Acquisition Executive and Acquisition Executive. Individual Development Program Guidelines for the Contracting Intern. The Defense of an Intelligence Agency Individual Development Program will the policy is comprehensive planning which outlines the core competencies interns should possess by the time they reach the program completion on the path necessary in order to attain them. The intern was required to take the mandatory Defensive Acquisition University courses required as certification level 1, 2, and well as additional courses on the job and training of the contracting individual development program will be developed jointly and in turn with the intern supervisors will review the acquisition excellence development program management. Individual development program will include the Department of Defense Intelligence Tomorrow Intelligent Professional course. Responsibility Defensive Acquisition of Executive The deputy acquisition executive will monitor overall management of the training performance of the interns, including the progress towards completion of all record training of the established timeframes and satisfactory performances within the program. Participate and oversee selection of the interns with the terms qualifications and hire potential successful completing the training program. Receive the retain the copy of the performance standards of the interns. Supervisors will actively work with their intern to develop the individual development program intern using the Defense of Intelligence Agency acquisition intern welcome handbook along with the attached framework is guided by the ensuring individual intern process performance standard those developed in the Virginia Contract of Activity or VACA are consistent with the program requirements. 3. The approval and training with the interns. Work with the intern to identify the assigned mentor with the prescribed acquisition excellent development program charter. Evaluated intern performance consult intern with the quality of performance on the career proposals with semi-annual evaluation consult with the mentors and if intern was not progressive satisfactory to assist the intern with meeting performance goals. The intern will participate fully in the activities assignment prescribed in the individual development program. Strive with a high level of work performance success. Meet requirements. Complete all the training courses provided with the certification requirements of the Acquisition Excellence Development Program Management and comply with the terms of the intern employment agreement. Evaluation of the supervisor will prepare with the mid-year evaluation of the VAE, the Deputy of Acquisition Executive will obtain copies of the interim midterm year evaluation in order to be able to provide the Department of Defense required feedback on the success of the program with the intern's components, but the intern concerned with the training received will include the evaluation. A copy of the completed evaluation will be forwarded to the Acquisition Development Program Management. The individual program framework with Year 1 of Defensive Intelligence Agency Gateway TIP Defensive Training and Equipment Opportunity Training, Contract Management System Training, other Defensive Intelligence Agency required courses: the Acquisition 101, Contract Con 100, Con 110, Con 111, Con 112. Also on the job training, I'm gonna skip ahead for a second just to see if we cover this again. And it's basically the same process for the rest of it. Um, Except for change of the intern VAC.